Hi there. I am Jennifer Elizabeth Masters. I'm a soul sculptor. I help you break the mold of past, heartbreak, and trauma to live the life of your dreams. There was a time when I thought I should get married, and I did. And in the course of that marriage, I came to decide, or discover actually, that we can be lonely even when we're in a relationship. I was dreadfully lonely. And of course, like so many well-meaning individuals on the road of life, I blamed my husband for my loneliness. I blamed him for my unhappiness. I blamed him for everything. This loneliness that I had disappeared completely while I was alone, while I was living alone. Well, with my daughter, but I wasn't in a romantic relationship. So romantic relationships are not the way or the source to cure loneliness. So, okay, so where does loneliness come from? If I was in a marriage and he loved me to the best of his ability, why was I still lonely? I had somebody in my life. I had children in my life. Why was I lonely? So that's the question I want you to ask yourself right now. If I'm alone, why am I lonely? Why do I feel lonely? So I want you to write that down. Why do you think that you feel lonely? It's important to look at the story that we tell ourselves. I was telling myself that that man was to blame for my loneliness. But what I came to find out and discover was that I was the source of my loneliness. I was the one that had the power to fix the issue. Yes, we create the issue, we create the problem, but we also, so you are the gift, you are also the receiver. You have the ability to shift it all. We are created with so much amazing power within us that we don't recognize. So I will tell you, where does loneliness come from? It comes from a separation. It comes from thinking that we are separate from everyone else. It comes from thinking that we are not heard by God. It comes from thinking maybe there is no God, or God doesn't hear me, or God is not with me. But I'm here to tell you, God is everywhere. God is everywhere. Now, I was not raised with God in my household. My father was an atheist till the day he died. He was terrified to die because he thought there's nothing after this. There's no afterlife. There's no God. So he was terrified. I sat down with him on his bed before he died, excuse me, and I said, Dad, do you really think there's nothing? He goes, there's nothing after this. I said, I know there is. There's nothing to be afraid of. Okay, so where does loneliness come from? It comes from a separation. It comes from the thought that we are not connected, and yet we are. I'm connected to you, you're connected to me, and we are all connected to the divinity within us and that is everywhere. There is no place that God isn't. So if there's no place God isn't, what does that mean? It means that, oh, God is in me. Uh-oh. If God is in me, does that mean, yes, it does. God hears everything. God hears every thought, every word, every prayer, every negative thing you say about yourself. The good, the bad, the ugly. God hears everything. That's why our prayers are answered, because God is with us, within us, in every cell of our being. It's an amazing thing. So when we get over this idea that there is a disconnect, it's bullshit. There's no disconnect. It's just our perception that there is a disconnect. So how many bullshit stories are you telling yourself right now? Because believe me, I had a million of them. People hate me. People don't accept me. People judge me. And here's the truth. What other people think of us, it's not our concern. And I have a stronger way to say that. What people think of us is none of our business. We aren't supposed to get in the heads of other people because that is their stuff. If someone doesn't like you, that's their issue, not yours. You know, I am not for everyone, and I have come to this honoring place, self-respecting place, that I love myself, and if you don't love me, that's okay. But that's your deal. It's not mine. I'm not going to take your stuff on. That's your deal. Okay, so let's go over this again. Where does loneliness come from? It doesn't come from being alone. It comes from the perception that we are lost and alone in this universe. And the truth is, we are never alone. And if you knew how many beings were around you right now, you might get creeped out. They see you naked. They see you. They see you. They see you. They know who you are. There are angels and divine beings and God, and there's so many beings that see us and that are with us. You know, when I'm doing my programs on Zoom, I'm sitting in my little apartment, and there's orbs, bzoom, bzoom, flying across my room. There's fairies and elves and all kinds of things. Okay, so now you're going to think I'm a really crazy person, but hey, I'm happy. So maybe there's something to my craziness, right? And okay, so now what I want to talk to you about is the solution. So, okay, what do I do? So whether you're alone or whether you're in a relationship, it is possible to feel lonely. Is it about the other person? I have people coming to me all the time telling me their stories of woe. My husband doesn't do this. My son doesn't listen to me. I don't have any friends. Nobody likes me. So what I tell my clients, and I'll say the same thing to you, it is all about us. It has always been about us. And it will always be about us. So right now, we have time on our hands. This reset that's going on our planet is for our highest good. Don't worry about the story, who caused it, and what the government's doing. That's a narrative. It is partly based on truth, partly story. It doesn't matter. All that matters is what we do with ourselves. What do we do with our mind? So wouldn't you rather think about this time as something positive and divinely created, because everything is divine. I heard a telesummit recently. I don't listen to them very often, but I decided to tune in, and I won't say who it was, but they said that this COVID-19 virus is not divine. It's not divine. That's bullshit. Everything is divine. Everything is divine. My dog is divine. You are divine. My cat is divine. This weather is divine. Everything is divine, and it is all in divine order. It's happening as it should. Okay, so what's the solution? So my website is jenniferelizabethmasters.com. I have 1,100 blog articles on my website. I have lots of free resources. Spend some time there. Look at my blogs about overcoming loneliness. I have blogs about how I overcame all kinds of things, trauma and heartbreak, and I've had a lot of people die in my life. And you know, this, I'm not high, I'm not drunk, this is me. I find joy in every moment. Why? Because I love myself. The bottom line solution is get to know who you are. Find out, discover, research. You know, you're spending all this time on the internet. do some searching here. Instead of searching on the internet, take this time to go inside. Who am I? Because I'll tell you, the biggest fear that we have is that others are going to get to know who we are, because we hate ourselves. So others are going to hate ourselves too. Well, I don't hate myself, but that's where we are as we are healing ourselves. We're coming from a place of self-loathing. We don't accept ourselves. And the part and path of awakening is coming to a place of loving acceptance of who we are. All of the parts. All of the parts. Rather than thinking, oh, well, you know, okay, I'm judgmental. I don't like that part, so I'll put it in a box and I'll hide it away. Well, do you want to know where dementia comes from? It comes from not examining all parts of ourselves. It comes from having guilt and shame about some parts of ourselves that we don't ever want to look at. It comes from not forgiving those people that have hurt us. It comes from not letting go of the pain and the suffering. We're not meant to suffer. Suffering is optional. There will always be pain. There will always be challenges. But we always have the choice. It is our divine choice to, what am I going to do with this? So what are you going to do with this time that you have right now? Are you going to sit there and say, oh, I'm so lonely. Nobody can come visit me. Now, I'm not making light of this event that's going on. But I don't wallow in self-pity. It's like, yes, I've got all this time. Yes, I can do whatever I want. I can be naked half the day, and who cares? I can dance. I can sing. My neighbor hears me, but I can do whatever the heck I want with this time. So make good use of it. Use it to your advantage. Get to know who you are, because you are worth knowing and you are worth loving. The path to joy and happiness doesn't come from a relationship. It doesn't come from our mommy loving us. It comes from us loving and accepting who we are. Thank you, Sharon. I appreciate that. Sharon is saying, thank you for sharing your authentic self and being the mirror. Thank you. So this time right now on this planet is here for a reason. It is here for us to use it to get to know who we are, to lovingly accept who we are, and also, you know, to let go of the stuff we need to let go of, you know. Believe me, I've had, you may look at me and go, oh, well, that's easy for her to say. She's got a cushy life. Well, I was molested by 4 men in my childhood. You know, one time before I was able to stand up. I don't dwell on that. All of those things that happened in the past have been woven into the beautiful tapestry that has become me. And I lovingly accept every part of me, because that is part of me. I don't take my arm and go, ooh, I don't like that, so I'm going to cut it off and put it over there. I don't want to look at that because it's ugly. No. All the things that happened in the past make you who you are and make you bolder, more courageous, more brave. This is a gift. Life is a gift. It's all a gift. And when we're able to see that there's a gift and a lesson in everything, and we're able to forgive ourselves first and everyone else. And if you go to my blog on my website, I have lots of articles about forgiveness, and I have two YouTube channels, and Google my name, Jennifer Elizabeth Masters YouTube. There's tons of information. I have had people who've not paid me a cent, and they've found love. They've healed themselves using the work that I put out there for free. So, you know, yes, I work individually with people. And yes, I do year-long sessions with people, and I help people become enlightened. But, you know, if you don't have the money to do so, I have plenty of resources that are absolutely free that you can utilize to find the love within, to find the relationship of your dreams. All of that is free. All you have to do is look. And if you're worried that you can't find it, help me, Jennifer. Can you help me find JenniferElizabethMasters@gmail.com? That is my email address. My website is JenniferElizabethMasters.com. All right, my dears, I love you. You can do this. I know you can. I believe in you. And I'm just going to leave you with this mantra, my favorite mantra. I am loved. You are loved. You are loved by the plants, the trees, the universe, by God, by all the animals. You are loved by the earth. You are loved, and you're never alone. So you have the solution within you. All you have to do is start asking yourself some questions. What do I love about me? What do I love to do? What am I passionate about? And write yourself an essay. Get to know who you are, because you know what? You are worth getting to know. I know you are. Sending you so much love today. Mwah! And share this with a friend if you found it valuable. Thanks for being here. I love you.